Very excited to be joined now with head coach of the Selkirk Steelers, Hudson Friesen. Hudson, thanks for doing this today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be on.
Well, I know that you got to be happy to talk about your team the way the season's gone to this point. There's a lot to get into. Let's start with the overall record and how you felt your team, came out of the gate strong, but kind of sustained that high level that was expected of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting off to a good start this year was definitely a priority for us, as we've seen the last few years. If you get down early and you're chasing right from the get-go, it's a hard league to get back into things, especially with how tight our division is. So, getting off to that great start was awesome for us. Being a younger group, I think it was really good for our young guys just to get confidence in the way we need to play early on in the season, and obviously winning really helps build that confidence. And after that 10-game stretch, we went through it a little bit where, we had some ups and downs, and, there was areas of our game that we knew we needed to clean up in order to continue to have success. And, I think having those lessons early on in the year for us to, face that adversity and kind of understand what it takes to win every night, no matter who we're playing, and how important every game is in this league, especially, playing in our division. I think it was good for us to go through a little bit of that adversity early on. And, now we've seen, I think our game has cleaned up a little bit of late, and getting back in the win column has been great for us. And like I said, I think you can't take any games off in this league, and these points are just so important. So it's been good to get off to the start that we've had.
From a distance, maybe it's a bit of a surprise the Steelers were able to not only get off to the start, but sustain it. But you believed in this group right from the start. What's it been like to see the total buy-in from top players to role players and throughout the lineup?
Yeah, it's been very special. Obviously, yeah, coming into this year, we had a chip on our shoulder missing the playoffs the way we did last year, and we know that people are going to count us out, and have other teams ahead of us, and that's something in this room that guys really rally around. And I thought last year, despite missing the playoffs, I thought in the dressing room and with our culture, things were really building and trending in the right direction, and bringing back the veteran guys from last year and adding in some of our newer guys and our new recruits and our rookies. I think the dressing room's just taking things to a whole nother level. They're very tight knit in that room. They care about each other, and that's where the buy-in starts. And right from day one in camp, you could see with this group that they were committed. They want to win. They love competing, no matter what it is, what activity we're doing. They love competing against each other, and it's been a really good, fun group to work with, and hungry to learn. They come to the rink every day, excited to do video, excited to get on the ice and push each other. So the dynamic in that room's been awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned, just how tight the East standings are. I mean, from first to fifth, it's an absolute dogfight. Teams will be in one day, out the next. So every game has got kind of a playoff implicated feel to it. Just how exciting is that as a coach, to be in that fight, even as early December?
Yeah, it's extremely exciting. I think for us, there's just no light games now. Every time we're playing, especially in our division, like these are playoff games. They're 4-point swings, and the importance in these games is just it's very high. So it's a great feeling. There's obviously we do try and motivate our guys, but I think intrinsically in the room, you guys look at the standings, they look at the matchups, they know how important these games are, and just makes everything more exciting when you got games this tight and this important in November and December.
Huddy, I know you're a team first guy, so you don't really like to put spotlights on too many individuals, but there are a few guys we got to talk about who have had pretty special years. A couple of guys committed to Division One this year from the Selkirk Steelers. Just what does that mean to the program, and what does that kind of do for the future of the Selkirk Steelers, seeing them move to the next level?
Yeah, it's amazing. We're super proud of our guys, and for Warnick and Ladie and Guevara to get those commitments this early on to this season has been really special for them as individuals and for us as a program. And it's something for us we do put a lot of importance in the development side of things, and moving guys on to that next level and helping guys achieve their Division One scholarships is something that we take a lot of pride in. So to see them have that success this early on has been great, and that's something we want to keep building on. And as we continue to move forward and recruit and build our program here year after year, that's something that we want to be known for. Being able to help younger players reach their dreams and help them move on to that next level.
Another guy I want to put a spotlight on is Owen Johnston. He's played over 100 games with the Selkirk Steelers. Like you said, he's gone through the ups and downs just alongside you the last couple of years. But he's really, brought a whole new level to his game, and now finding success as a team as well. Just what does it mean to you to see a guy like Owen Johnston starting to get some recognition and, playing in meaningful games here?
Yeah, it's awesome. Owen's come in here and done nothing but, work his butt off every day and put the team first, and he's extremely committed and we've always known that he's had the talent to really, take over this league and be a top defender and an offensive defenseman in this league, and to see him really, put his foot forward this year and really grab the bull by the horns and take that role for us has been awesome. And he's a great leader in this locker room. Guys look at him for advice. He's one of the most prepared guys and most committed, players to the game I've coached, and so for him to have this success is a great reward for him, and it's just been great to see him have success, and I know the team success that we're having also just means that much more to him, just since he's been through everything in the last couple of years.
So you get off to the good start. You're right in the fight of things. At times, you've had to, patchwork a roster or a lineup with, sticks and bubble gum just to get out there. Just from a general manager's point of view, are you looking to maybe add here throughout December and towards the deadline, or how do you go about adding to a group that's already so tight knit on and off the ice?
Yeah, we definitely, we see there definitely being a few areas that we could look to improve on. And for us, we're not going to chase anything. We're going to make sure that if we are adding any pieces, that it makes a lot of sense for not only the on ice product, but the off ice product as well. We've been through a lot of injuries this year. Like you said, we've had to patchwork some lineups, especially through October. And, I think winning games with those types of lineups in just only kind of reinforced what we're trying to build here and the buy-in and just how committed everybody is. And it's also great to get some of our younger prospects in and get them some experience, and for them to see kind of what we're building and what they're going to be a part of here as they get older. So yeah, in terms of adding pieces, I mean, like I said, it's got to be the right fit for us. But we're definitely open to building here, because we're all in this year and we want to chase a championship, and that's our ultimate goal.
Honey, winning will always bring excitement, but as the crowds start to get bigger and the business community involvement starts to increase, I know that there's still room for that to grow. But how has that been, and how much do you guys appreciate, seeing, especially the kids when they're lined up reaching for the high fives after a win?
Yeah, the community sport's been awesome this year. I think our attendance and our crowds have been almost double from what they were last year, which has been great to see. And the support that they've given us, especially through our winning streak, you could see every home game as that streak was building. More people coming out to support us, and all the events. We've had a couple banquets. We've had an NHL alumni game, and there's been a lot of excitement and people in the community coming out to support us and cheering on the guys. And that's something we want to keep building on. It's been a long time since we've seen the rec fully packed here in Selkirk, and as games get more important and hopefully we keep winning, that's something that we really want to see. And I know for the guys, whenever we can get big crowds in here, it's just going to add more motivation and more excitement for them as well.
It's a tough building to play in, and when it's packed and fans are into it, it's even harder. Huddy, we'll wrap up with this. As you head into the back half of the season, you're no longer, the hunter. You're oftentimes the hunted. You can't sneak up on anybody anymore. You know that teams are going to be ready for you. How do you want to see your group kind of go about the next few weeks leading into the new year, when you really want to hit your stride come February and March?
Yeah, for us, it's just about being consistent. I think over the last, 10 or 15 games, our consistency's wavered a little bit. So that's the message in the room. We want to be consistent with our approach and the process and stick with it. And no matter if we're down in games or up in games, we want to have the same product on the ice and the same mindset. And for us, just tightening up defensively is something that we've really been preaching here over the last little bit. And as we get into the second half, we want to make sure that we're tightening up as every other team does, and make it more difficult on teams to produce, as we know other teams will be doing that to us. And like I said, just being consistent in our approach, being hungry, not being satisfied with the fact that we've had a great start in the first half. Like, this is only the beginning for us, and we want to keep pushing and growing here in the second half as well.
It's going to be a fun battle throughout the rest of the year. Every 2 points matter so much. Hudson Friesen, thank you so much for doing this today.
Thanks so much, Dave.